Hello everyone, Pastry Warden here. Please excuse my rough look in my kitchen. As you can see, all of my cabinets are empty. That's because I'm getting ready to move to a different location, which I'm pretty excited about. Yes, because the kitchen that I'm going to is pretty freaking phenomenal. And I can't wait to do videos in that kitchen for y'all for 2020. But anyway, the reason why I'm here is that I looked in my freezer and I saw that I had 2 of my rich dark chocolate cakes that were in there, and I don't want to take those with me, and I'm not going to throw those away. I mean, who would throw this chocolate away? I'm talking about the cakes, that is. The cakes, not me. So I decided to give away to somebody local, so I'm going to fill it and I'm going to cover it. I know a lot of you have been asking me to do a video on how I fill and cover my cakes, so this is a good way to show you. I'm getting rid of some stuff. Why not show you in this video? I'm using a cake that was frozen. I had this cake frozen for, I would say now close to 4 weeks now. I thawed it out yesterday, and it's still moist. It's still really freaking moist. Professional tip, don't be afraid to freeze your products. The way I did the cake is, as soon as I pulled it out of the oven, I placed it on my cooling tray, and as soon as it was cool to the touch, I immediately wrapped it in plastic wrap and placed it in the freezer. Doing it that way will lock in any moisture that product has. So when you thaw it out or refresh it in the oven, or however you decide to do it, it'll be exactly the same way as it was when you first baked it. So if you decide to host parties, or somebody unexpected shows up, who has those type of friends? I know I do. I think every chef does. You have something ready for them to entertain them with, something if they get hungry. So I do my tarts this way, brownies, cakes, my croissants, you name it. I'm able to pull it out of the freezer, let it thaw out and refresh it, and it's exactly as it was when it was baked. Now let's get into masking and filling this bad boy, because I know that's what y'all want to see, along with my dance. Hey, if you dance with me in the club, this is what you get. I'm staying in my space. Y'all can do all that wild stuff. That's it. This is my cake dance too. And if I want a little chocolate in my cake, I give it a little bit of, oh shit, that was too much. Let's get into this cake. Let's get into making this cake. So here we go, right into the video. I hope everybody can see this. So I have my sponge cakes right here. I just took these out of the refrigerator. They're nice and cold. I still left the parchment on the bottom also, so I'm just gonna peel that off. Don't forget that part. And place this on my cake board. And so what I wanna do is fill this with sour cherries, and I have some chocolate ganache. Don't mind that little spoon, or maybe 2 spoonfuls gone. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know who ate it, but when I catch them, we have some problems. Anyway, you know I'm not cutting the cake. Again, I'm just trying to get rid of this cake. So I'm gonna put a ring around a ganache, and they're gonna fill it with these sour cherries. So this is all real time, so if I mess up, oh well. My chocolate ganache is conditioned. Actually, I froze this chocolate ganache also for a couple of weeks. I'm able to use it today, so just a nice, smooth, continuous ring. I'm gonna cut it off right there. And you see some of the syrup coming out? Don't worry about it, let it get in the cake. That's moisture. That's gonna be the good stuff. Yeah, the good stuff. Oh yeah. That looking real good, real pretty. That's right. Why am I talking like that? You know what? Since I got more cherries, those cherries are frozen as well. Hey, Hunter, you use all frozen stuff today, aren't you? You dang all right, because there's nothing wrong with that. It's just an extra layer of ganache they can have also. So, plus this cake is thick, as you can see. This cake is thick, and this is just the first layer. So adding a thick layer of chocolate and cherries, it only makes sense. Okay. And I'm gonna get all that juice down in there, just like that. Yeah. What do y'all think? I think I should add one more layer of ganache. No, I think this is pretty good right here. If you think I should have added another ring of ganache around these cherries, say so in the comments below. Wash my hands. Those cherries are delicious. Time for the other cake. Now check this out. It still has a parchment on it, right? Yes, I'm not gonna take the parchment off yet. I'm just gonna place this down, make sure it's nice and even. You see some of the juices coming out the other side too, which is fine. I'm all right with that. But I'm just gonna make sure this is nice and even on top. This is level. That's why I'm able to touch the top of the cake, because it has parchment on it. If it's not 100% level, I don't think the person who's gonna be eating this is gonna complain, because they're getting the cake for free. More ganache. Ooh, look at that cherry juice that's dripped down the side. I'm actually gonna stop that, because I'm gonna add another layer of ganache around. Do I do all my cakes like this? No, I don't. I do a lot of things just different and eat on different situations. What I'm gonna do is take this and I'm gonna seal this off. This, remember, this is not a frosting. This is pure chocolate ganache. So it's gonna be harder to spread, but it's so worth it. It's not as easily spreadable as regular frosting, but it can be done. When I do my cakes, I concentrate on structure. As you can see, it was like a crevice in here, but all I did was fill it up with ganache and try to make everything even around the sides. This is not gonna be anything special though. Again, I'm just giving this away. I got some items I have to use, so this is not gonna be some kind of glorified decorated cake. Hope you're not expecting that, because that's not what you're gonna get. I'm just showing you a way to mask a cake. All those juices are sealed in, so. And you notice I haven't taken off my parchment yet. I wanna keep it on there just in case I need to adjust anything, because again, this ganache is not easily spreadable as regular frosting. So if anything shifts, I can use the parchment on top to put everything back in place here. So I'm just paddling as I'm moving, paddling. This helps take any air bubbles or air out of your frosting or your ganache, as I'm using right here, and making everything smooth. Paddling, smoothing out. I'm not in a hurry, I'm not in a rush. This is so dense. This chocolate ganache is like heavy. I don't know if you can see, but my cake may have shifted a little bit. Look at this. Again, that's why I kept this on. I'm gonna help it out a little bit. And we are back in the game. Cool. All right, so again, that's because this ganache is thicker than a Snicker. All right, so I need to get a smoother. All right, here we go. We're back again, and I have me a little metal smoother thingy. We're gonna see how this helps. This chocolate is dense. I'm just taking my time, smoothing things out, smooth it. And wait, put that back in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this ganache a quick blast in the microwave, just so it can be a little bit more spreadable. Maybe 7 seconds. What I don't want is my chocolate to melt. Some might say, why are you not smoothing the top? I don't need to smooth the top because it's gonna be covered. That's a good way to save some time. Don't do things you don't need to do. I will make sure that the top is level though, which I'm seeing that this is not level. So, and that is level. Oh, shucks. Let's see if I'm able to do a comb through it. Anyway, here we go. So I just want to see if it's working. I don't like that. I really don't. Let me see if I can dig in there deeper. Okay, there we go. Again, this ganache is just harder to do than normal frosting. And y'all can see what I'm talking about because my cake shifted a little bit right here. Y'all can see the pastry water isn't perfect all the time. I'll clean that board up in a minute. Try to see if I can get these indents in this cake. Okay. I usually don't like to mess with things too many times, but I'm going to do this again. There we go. Time for some chocolate streusel. These chocolate streusel, I usually would put it inside of a container and shake them around with some gold dust. This one gives a press. I want everything to look organic, so I'm just gonna go over the top with a little bit more streusel. Cause I don't like the press look. I like everything to look like it just fell into place. But I do. I need to secure some of it on there, and everything else I want it to look natural. I think whoever gets this is gonna enjoy this cake. Not that much. The whole point of this video was to show you that it is great to have things. Oh man, this juice is good. In your freezer. Don't be afraid to freeze things, making things ahead of time to entertain any guests or surprise guests that you may have. There's nothing wrong with freezing. Those people who make this, I don't think it's too many chefs that makes everything on the one day. No, come on. You would kill yourself. Prep things ahead in advance. Set yourself up for success. There are some things, I would say, that you just can't freeze. Pastry creams, stuff like that, you don't want to freeze those because it will separate on you. I think this is an awesome free cake. Of course, y'all have seen my decorated cakes before. I personally think it's enough. It's good enough for a free cake. Something simple for any guests coming over to my place. You guys, you can do this for a date that you invite over. Don't stress yourself out, guys. You can make this well ahead in advance. You know you have a day coming over. Pull out the freezer the day ahead and show a good time. I mean, like, really simple. And I can guarantee this cake is freaking delicious with the flavor combinations. I know the flavors are there. The flavors are perfect in this right here. I know my cakes. I know this chocolate ganache is awesome. We call this Colombian ganache because it's made with coffee. So coffee and chocolate, and you got some sour cherry inside. Come on. I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. All right, this is the Pastry Warden, and I'm signing out. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving.